Assembly. We're well into the process of meeting with every member of the Senate as well as the House. My goal is to get to know everybody personally. Our problems are significant. We got into these problems on a bipartisan basis, and we need to get out of them on a bipartisan basis. Our financial condition here in Illinois is dire. It's very bad. Worse than has been reported, worse than has been discussed publicly. Unfortunately, Governor Quinn signed a budget that was broken. It was not honest. It was a phony budget, was not balanced, even close. So it creates a booby trap, as has been described by some of your media outlets, for the future budget. And borrowing on a short-term basis, 18-month basis, to cover operating expenses, fundamentally wrong. That's not the way to run the government. That's not the way to run any organization. For years, Governor Quinn, Governor Blagojevich, they've called borrowing revenue. They have called borrowing revenue. That's not revenue. We have to be honest, and we have to spend what we truly take in as a government long term. That's the only answer to our fiscal problems long term and our financial health. Number one thing we're going to do, and I discussed it many times in the campaign, we need to become a growth state again. The number one priority has got to be job growth, career growth, to create the revenue and to fix the problems. As I've been clear for a long time, I do support raising the minimum wage, phasing it in over time. But the best way to do that is to combine it with pro-job creation, pro-growth reforms. Raising the minimum wage doesn't help somebody who's unemployed. And it doesn't help somebody who is employed today and could get unemployed because of the lack of competitiveness that raising the minimum wage could engender. So let's make Chicago more competitive. Let's help reduce the regulatory burden on businesses in Chicago. Let's do workers' comp reform, tort reform, and a tax reduction on businesses in Chicago, and raise the minimum wage as part of that. That's a win-win across the board.